The silent way is the name of a method or approach, you can say, in language teaching devised by Caleb Gatten, Gattegno. Okay, the Bengali pronunciation you can see Caleb Gattegno. Okay, and he has developed this method that is the silent way. It is based on the premise that the teacher should be silent as much as possible in the classroom. The learner should be encouraged to produce as much language as possible. This method's concept that the teacher in traditional method, we see that teachers deliver the lecture frequently and the learner listen the uh, content delivered by the teacher passively. That is the traditional method. Challenging this traditional method, Gattegno, he has developed this silent approach that the teacher will remain silent as much as possible. It is encouraged the learner. The learner will be talking as much as possible in the classroom. That is the interactive classroom will be there. The learner will interact with teacher and as well as the learner will interact with other co-students in this method. And Caleb Gattegno was an educator, psychologist, and mathematician. He is considered one of the most influential and prolific mathematics educator of the 20th century. He is best known for introducing new approaches to teaching and learning mathematics. Okay, and his method is called the silent way. And this method stands out for its unconventional use of silence as a primary teaching goal from the very history of language teaching or from the very history of teaching. We see the teacher will be speaking, but in silent way, teacher will remain silent. So we can say that silent way is an unconventional method of English language teaching delivered by these mathematicians like Caleb Gattegno. He delivered that learning should be a process of discovery and creation rather than rote memorization. So silent wave challenges the traditional method in one hand and another hand. Whenever the learner will active in conversation, in active in participation in the classroom, they will not memorize the thing. Rather, they will be creative and they will be discovering the new things regarding any language, especially the English language teaching. Okay, that is the concept of uh, the silent way. Then what the teacher will be? The teacher will serve as a guide and a facilitator. Facilitator in which way? Someone can contact with someone else. Now, suppose two students are trying to discuss a thing. Suppose that is the science fiction. This might be the topic. So the two students is trying to uh, discuss this thing, science fiction. Here, one student may not get the quite good information regarding science fiction. Rather, in this perspective, teacher will go forward and help those students to give the necessary information so that they can go on their conversation. That is the concept of silent way. So teacher will be the facilitator in the silent way. And this method emphasizes learner autonomy. Autonomy, learner will themselves learn the technique, learn the style, learn the information collected from their own way. Naturally, in the classroom, we would say previously that every class is important. That means teacher was the main source of language learning in language classes. But the silent way said that learner will be autonomous. They will collect data, they will collect information and try to utilize that data in their actual classes. So they will be autonomous. Teacher's silence encourages students to focus their attention, elicit responses, and correct their own errors. So teacher will be the learner at the same time they will be the teacher. they will be autonomous in that sense that they will correct their mistakes at the time of speaking or writing. Okay, so this is the silent way. The silent way employs a structural syllabus focusing on teaching a limited number of functional and versatile words, avoiding translation and rote repetition. So direct method audiolingualism, that was the method they initiated, the habit formation, repetition, and memorization, where silent way is quite different from that, from those traditional methods. And this is not for memorization and root repetition. Okay, so that is the silent way. So, and one of the hallmarks of silent way is the use of uh, Cuisinier rods. Cuisinier rods are the small wooden rods of different lengths and colors. They are used as the classroom resource to visually represent various areas of language. Colorful blocks of various sizes traditionally used in mathematics. Okay, so that is the concept this Gattegno used in language learning, the colorful blocks of learning. These dots can be used to represent object, introduce simple commands, and illustrate concepts. Okay, so if you elaborate this silent way, then you can use the concept how that silent way can be applied in the classroom, actual language classroom, using this two-linear rod. Okay, but the concept is that the silent way is an unconventional method of English language teaching that challenges the traditional methods of English language teaching. And next time this method become the method can be used in post method era. Okay, so the silent ways core principle emphasize the importance of learners discoveries, the role of physical objects in facilitating learning and encouraging students to actively participate in problem solving, viewing learning as a creative and dynamic process that is a silent way. Okay, so you see that that is the